Welcome back to Rotten and Forgotten. Today I'm going to be working on my twin cylinder Elan. It's running good, at least it has been. We put that hour meter on there. We got approximately 3 hours on it, but it's kind of a pooch at the moment. It doesn't have the get up and go it should. I'm not sure what's wrong exactly, so we'll throw a helmet on, take you guys out there, eye up the situation, bring it back in here, and start throwing stuff at it, seeing if we can't, get her back around. Not exactly sure what's going on, but there's something. It sure starts good though. Oh. Flooded. Sounds like it's turning on 2. We're going to confirm that now by popping plugs off while it's running. Now it's sparking. It is getting spark on both cylinders, but they're kind of bigger. Just kind of hear it popping back and forth. Go take it for a ride around. See what we're thinking. Stand corrected. It's running good again. I think it might have been the pulse line. I had a clamp wiggling off there, so she's a little loose if it was anything, or it could have just been the warm weather, because she was a real pooch yesterday when I was riding around, but it was close to 30 degrees, so that would make sense too. But we got some new tank 90-degree elbows fittings to put in there because the other ones are rotten. And we could change that pulse line, because it isn't quite, perfect. That's something we probably should fix. And throw some new plugs in it and call it good. We do have a ride coming up here, at the end of the month, and I need to get the whole fleet ready to rock. So we'll start with this one, and go from there. And it's going to be broke before the ride again, but that's what happens, I guess. So let's get in the shop and get it done. Fix it, maybe. Got the shield off here and hood open, and it's gonna show you. I'm thinking this pulse line was part of my issue because she ain't like real sealed on there. Well, it is now, but it was kind of loose the other day, and I think maybe it was sucking by or blowing by on that, so it's not getting the right fuel pumping going on. That's something we're gonna address. We're gonna put some better clamps on there, not these Amazon specials. Our new pulse line is installed, and she is, tight, so that's good. Line ain't kinked either. Make sure you cut it to the right size. You get that line kinked, then you're gonna have issues too. But over here, we're gonna start on these gas tank grommets. Got some Parts Unlimited, 90s. These are hard to find and they're expensive, so that's great. Keep your eyes out for these, during the summer months. Maybe you can scoop them up cheaper. I did go to Walmart the other day and pick up a grapple for getting these lines and stuff out. They're pretty handy if you don't have one yet. I'd advise you to get one. drop down line is getting kind of, gross. So maybe it is time to replace fuel lines. We can do that too, I think. I think I got enough. Might as well get that out of the way too, so we're not battling that later. Once we change our mind and we're gonna, replace them all, I'm gonna try to, minimize the gas leakage and blow this stuff back into the tank. There's one. Now this one's gonna leak regardless, but when you're cutting your return line, you want to make sure it's a little bit shorter than your pickup line, because if these guys are sitting side by side down there in the tank, that return line is going to be pushing air in to your pickup. Then you're going to have a bad situation. You'll be sucking air in the engine more than you should with your fuel mixture. You could blow it up, run lean. But anyways, that's something to consider. This one was cut right, so I'm just going to cut it like this one and call it good. Probably a little bit shorter. It really doesn't need to be that long, but should be fine. Something like that. Before I drop this return line in, I'm going to scoop out my pickup line and put my filter back on so I, don't grab the wrong line. And then I'm done inside the tank. Throw the cap back on, away we go. There we go. We got a new pulse line on, fuel lines are plumbed. Let's fire this thing up and check for air bubbles on our pickup line. Make sure we ain't got any leaks anywhere and make sure it runs. If everything checks out, we'll change spark plugs, gap them, get that all ready to rock and roll and go for another ride and see if anything, changed. But it was running good on the last ride, so if nothing does, we'll just give her the thumbs up, park it in the shed and call her good. Got a fresh set of spark plugs for this thing. I haven't changed them since I've had it, but they run, so that's good, but this is just, preventative maintenance. I didn't know we did that around here, but I guess we do, at least today, so that's good. The plugs look pretty good, not burnt, not too lean. They look just right. there you have it. The 250 Twins back out on the snowy trails for now. And you know, it's running pretty good. We'll give it the thumbs up approval and call it a day, I guess. But if we really wanted to get our top end back, we'd go through that secondary, throw some new ramps in there, clean all the grease and dirt out of there, and you know, lube up the shields and clutches and all that fun stuff. But for what I'm using this rig for, it really doesn't matter. It's more of a pulling rig, so we'll address the secondary once it really starts giving us some troubles. So for now, we're going to stick this, you know, in the shed and call it good. Thanks for watching Rotten and Forgotten. I appreciate it. We'll catch you on the next one.